Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. You know, some videos have nice production values and people actually look nice and everything. We don't need to worry about that here. We're doing this right early in the morning. So what I'm going to do here is a quick glimpse into a little project I'm working on. And it ties in with a couple other videos I've done. I did my yeast harvest video, I think, was on washing this yeast from the sanctification. I call it a Sanctified Brett clone from Russian River yeast of sanctification. So these are a couple of bottles that I have from that. I did another video on the tasting of that beer, so you can check that out. Maybe I'll put these links in the description of this video. So I did a tasting video of that, but now what I'm doing is with the yeast that I washed, I made a second version. This is unrelated here. That's my stir plate, my homemade stir plate that's trucking along, making a holiday cheer this weekend. So what I've got going here is my little fermentation box. Temperature controller set to 78. Looks like it must have just been on a little while. So here's my setup here. Got a little heater, got my probe and a 1 gallon thing of water back there, and here are these two versions of the Sanctified Brett beer that's split, and I'll pull those out and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so these are 3 gallon carboys. So I made one batch and I split it up, and the tasting video that you might recall, I talked about how the Sanctified Brett clone I made was not anywhere near as tart or sour as the original Sanctification, and that was how this one is turning out too, which I guess makes sense. So what I decided to do this time is I just bought a culture of Lactobacillus and I just dumped it in. Now the primary fermentation was already done, but it wasn't at a terminal gravity yet. It was at maybe like 1014, and this thing will probably get down to like 10, below 1010. So what happened was, this one with the Lactobacillus developed lacto bubbles, and they were really defined bubbles that were like my pea lambic that I made one time. So I thought, oh, I've seen those before. And this one had not developed anything like that, which, you know, I thought, okay, good, the lacto is doing something in the, you know, in the carboy that it's in. Oh, now you can see a perspective. They look kind of big until you get a hand on them, but yeah, they're 3 gallon ones. This one then did continue to get a little bit of stuff going on top, which I thought was also interesting because it didn't do that the first time when I just had the whole 5 gallons together in one carboy. But I think that must have something to do with the fact that these carboys are probably like 75 degrees or so in that 78 degree little chamber. So anyway, I'll be doing more videos on this, or at least I'll do another tasting eventually down the road, so I thought I would do one while they're in process. Alright, see you later.